I've spent near enough $220,000 running real estate YouTube ads for brokerages, teams, and agents, and here is what I've learned. Firstly, you have to spend thousands to make tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars. What do I mean by that? Well, marketing is really another word for experimentation. And to experiment with ads well, you need to spend on ads and get data to iterate. So the way that we got to a point of predictable returns and scalable returns for our teams and brokerages is firstly developing a hypothesis about a campaign. For example, a hypothesis could be we are running a home evaluation ad with a question-based hook in the video with 5 scripting variations in this specific targeting strategy. That's a very, particular and specific hypothesis. Run the campaign for a period of time, usually 15 to 30 days depending on ad spend would be enough to track and collect enough data, find the bottlenecks, right? For example, not enough clicks, maybe the funnel conversion rate, not enough impressions, and iterate. And this is a repeatable process that we've had to conduct over and over and over and over again. And as you can imagine, ad spends rack up during this time. And of course, not to say that returns don't get generated during this time, with how we're doing it, but the returns get better, they get more scalable, the ROAS, the return on ad spend, gets higher, and that only comes from having a scientific approach with it. Again, developing hypothesis, giving it enough time and spend to collect data, finding the bottlenecks, and iterating over and over and over again. This is, again, how you get to the point where you can spend thousands to make tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars. Next point, extremely important. 80% of your success will come from 20% of your inputs. This is the Pareto principle at heart. Now, there are many components to running a YouTube ads campaign. There is, not to mention any of these ones too, but there's so many more: videos, scripting, the hook, the body, the call to action, targeting, locations, demographics, interests, the funnel, the landing page, right? Lead qualification. How many questions are we asking? How are we designing it? What's the font? What's the color? Conversion rate, the appointment sending script, the follow-up sequence, the speed to lead. The list goes on and on. It's actually more complicated than running, for example, even a TV advertisement. Now, can you guess which component will drive 80, 90% of your success in running a YouTube seller campaign? Well, again, without all the spend, it would be difficult to know because really we're just shooting in the dark. And to satisfy your curiosity on that, it is actually the hook. The literal first 5 to 10 seconds of the video that we run the ad can be the difference between getting multiple listing appointments and listings signed every single month and getting nobody to even click on the landing page to begin with. Really, really powerful and important stuff right here. And last but not least, running successful campaigns is like running a full-time business, and just don't make this mistake. This is the biggest thing that I want to mention. I speak to agents, teams, brokerages who make the mistake of trying to figure out all of this on their own. Now, you might be thinking, well, of course you're going to say that. I mean, you sell marketing, right? Well, I have to be honest, and to the point, you're right if you're thinking that. From an unbiased point of view, though, running marketing campaigns successfully, especially YouTube ads, require all hands on deck when it comes to, again, the scripting, the data tracking, the split testing, the funnel creation, budget optimization, targeting, lead follow-up logistics. There's so many nuance there. And really, this only works for either a solo agent who is just starting to get their feet wet with lead generation. But for a team or a brokerage, which you are the owner of it, and you have multiple agents working underneath you, and you want to actually buy back your own time, get more freedom, work on the business as opposed to in it, the time and energy math of doing all this just doesn't add up at all. And so my honest and sincere recommendations is, whether or not you do it with us or somebody else, find someone to work with who's going to be able to design for you an end-to-end system where they can not only do the marketing and running the ads, but also handle all the work of systemizing the follow-ups, booking the appointments, doing everything required so that you and your team can do what they do best, which is shake hands and close deals. Now, again, if you are a top performing brokerage and team who is looking to scale with them and their agents, click the first link down below, and I look forward to speaking to you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.